All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. The she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.
It has to work for everybody. That's what I feel. When you're a union, you look out for everybody, and it has to work for everybody. And right now, it doesn't work for a large portion of the workforce. And I'll tell you something else, man. A lot of our people quit the job, right? And so they're no longer members of the union. And people will say, well, they quit the job. Who cares what they think? Well, I care. I think that their opinion, the fact that their opinion was so strong about the job that they walked away. And a lot of these are regular career, letter carriers or employees,
Yeah.
and they're walking away after 5-6 years. And you're like, if that's how they feel about it, then there's something wrong with what we're doing here. And even though they're no longer, in, it's like we still have to look out for that concept and that mindset. There's something wrong. It's an indication that there's something wrong, in my opinion.
Okay. Like I said, you saying all the good stuff. Now, once you're in there, let's say 2026, you voted in, halfway through, half year in. What steps are you willing to take to improve transparency within the union? And how will you measure the success of these initiatives? Not just necessarily with you. It's great. I love hearing what you're talking about. But my shop steward, Jeff, that dude don't even show up to work. He's on sick leave 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My cousin, he works over at ABC station. His shop steward sleeping with the manager. What's you see where I'm going with this, right? So it's great that you're talking, but at the station level, these people are struggling. The people wondering, man, how come my shop steward didn't tell me about this? How come my shop steward didn't tell me about that?
So there's something real simple that we should be able to do from day one. And I had mentioned the fact that the grievance process. So the National Association of Letter Carriers is the sole representative of all city letter carriers. And what that means is that we have the authority to assign a union steward to deal with any issue for any letter carrier in any part of the country, right?
Nice. Okay.
The most simple thing we can do is we have an app, NALC app, right? There's gonna be a place on that app where you go in there and you say, I have an issue, I have a grievance. Oof. And then that will go to the NALC representative who will make sure that a grievance is being filed and that issue is being addressed. So that's a real simple thing that we can do from day one, and we can implement, and we can make sure that information is coming into, we have regional offices all over the country. So I would make sure that information comes into the regional office, and then the people in the regional office make sure that that's being handled. And I know we can do that. Another thing, the decision-making process of the union. I don't think it should be a secret. I don't think contract negotiations should be a secret whatsoever, but I don't think the decision-making process should be a secret. You could go on C-SPAN or whatever and watch Congress functioning. We should have something similar to that, where the members of the union can see us in live, looking at the different issues, debating the different things, and that kind of thing. That should be a transparent process to the membership. The minutes from our meetings need to be posted on the website. Here's what was discussed. Here's what decisions we made. I mean, these things shouldn't be secret. So, I don't know how you gauge it. I think the main way you gauge it is by looking at participation in the union. One thing that's always been interesting to me is that, and we have a higher percent, I think, than APWU does, but there's so many people that we're open shop and they voluntarily join the union. And then the next step after they voluntarily join the union is they don't do shit with the union. They don't come to meetings. They don't participate in events. And you're like, well, why did you join, right? So obviously there's some interest in the union, and that's why they joined. There's something there, but we're not doing a good enough job of cultivating that and bringing those people into the fold where they want to participate. So I think if you see more activity around the local unions, people coming out to events, people coming to meetings, when you have whatever, like you can even say national events and stuff like that, if you see more participation, I think that's how you gauge your success on something like that. That's my opinion.
Okay. I respect that because honestly, I know of a few stations and we do have some decent shop stewards and the camaraderie. There are some stations that have excellent camaraderie. They come together, they enjoy each other, they go bowling, they go to the bar, they do movie nights. Great.
Are they
But
going
then you
off the
have
clock or
others-
on the clock to the bar?
well, I no pick English, papi. No.
It depends on what year it is, right?
Right, yeah. I
If
don't
it's
even touch that.
1998, it was on the clock.
Yeah, but there are places like that, which means it can be done. So this is something that I'm gonna talk to my the people that are watching me. I know there's a lot of people that are in the comments that are saying, Mike Henry, Corey Walton, Renfro for the few of you that like Renfro. And I like Corey as well, but he's not running for president. I just want y'all to realize that because there was an issue, obviously, with Renfro, and we have other people that are running for president now, I need y'all to realize that there's one person that is available to hear you, to listen to you, because I've seen you talk to other carriers. I've seen Mike talk to other people. I've seen him make himself available. This is the only one that's running for president that wants to be a president for the people. It's one thing to stand in front of a podium and talk to a screen, but once you one-on-one and listening to the people and hearing the people's words, that should be something that you guys think about. So when you go over to his channel and you leave a comment, somebody may or may not respond. When you send them an email, hopefully somebody responds. But just don't judge it because your mind is set. I don't want y'all to judge something because your mind is set on one thing. Man, I like that Lexus. I don't care. That's the Lexus that I like. Sometimes you get a little more benefit on something that you're not looking at than what's staring you in the face. You need to make sure that whatever questions you have, any concerns you have, are readily being answered. Whether it's ridiculous or not, I'm hoping Mike will say, that's a stupid ass question you asked me. But some of them
I'm
some
not.
dumb questions.
I'm not at all, man. And we're doing the I not to cut you off, I apologize for that, but we're doing that. So if you go on the website, you'll see the tour I'm doing. We're calling it the Kick the Tires tour. Come out and kick the tires, man. Ask your questions, vet the candidate, and I would hope that anyone, not just me, but anyone who wants to be president of the union would do the same thing. Go out there, make yourself accessible and available to the members, answer any questions that they have. And so I'm not going to be able to go to every single city in the country, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to go to as many of them as I can and get out there and meet people, talk to them about what my plans are and strategies, and hear from them and answer any questions they have whatsoever. Any question whatsoever that they have. I've never dodged a question. I try not to even hesitate on a question because you deserve my answer. And it don't need to be scripted. That's my answer, and it might be what you want to hear, and it might not be what you want to hear. But you need to hear you need to hear the real answer, because you have a decision to make as a member of the union who you want to be your president. What I owe to you is transparency. I owe availability, and for you to help you to make that decision by just being the person that I am and presenting what my ideas are, and then you figure out what you want to do from there. But anyone who's not willing to do that, you shouldn't vote for them. That I just don't think you deserve that. At the very least, that's a minimum. I'm not saying that's a great thing, but that's at a bare minimum.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.